This is attorney Marc Lopez with the Marc Lopez Law Firm. I want to talk to you about refusals. When a person is arrested for a DUI, an officer must offer the person a certified chemical test. This is typically blood or breath, and a person must submit to each test offered. So you don't really get a choice. Well, I don't want to give you breath because I think blood's more accurate. Please do a blood. That's a refusal. Well, I don't want to do a blood test. I'd rather do blood. I'm scared of needles. That's a refusal. Refusals are ridiculously easy for an officer to claim. Unfortunately, they're very difficult to undo once an officer has said you refuse the chemical test. Essentially, there's only 3 ways for a refusal to be undone. The first is do a refusal hearing. And refusal hearing is just with the police officer that said you refused, yourself, your attorney, the prosecutor, and the judge. And essentially, you have to show the judge or prove to the judge, I did not refuse the chemical test. It's not beyond a reasonable doubt. It's not clear and convincing. It's preponderance of the evidence. It's more likely than not. It's a civil standard because there's no punishment of jail if you can't drive. So basically, you're calling an officer a liar. It's a very hard to overcome a refusal at a refusal hearing. It's made even worse by recent case law in the last 5 or 6 years. The second option is to, if you plead guilty or at the end of your case, basically ask the judge to terminate the refusal in the best interest of society. Again, very hard. Best interest of society is completely undefined by case law and statute. Basically trying to tell the judge that it wouldn't be fair for me not to drive because my wife, my kids, my community, my job would be so impacted by me not being able to drive. You'd be basically punishing them. It's hard. It's very hard, but not impossible. The third option is to get the prosecutor to agree to terminate the refusal. That is the best choice out of all 3. Not always possible, but typically if you fight a case hard enough, you can try to find some negotiating advantage to get the prosecutor to agree to terminate the refusal if you plead guilty. So refusals are difficult but not impossible. They got a few different underlying issues. If you have any questions about refusals, give me a call, 317-632-3642. I love talking about DUI and DUI issues with clients. Don't ever feel bad about calling. Remember, always plead the 5th.